Always loved hair ever since I was little and giving my Barbies haircuts.
I love people and I love to make them feel better about themselves.
I was in college for 3 years and I decided that I needed to change because I wasn't happy in what I was doing.
And my first experience was 6 months ago. I never touched a shear before in my whole life. And then I did a pivot point course in Belgium. I liked it very much and I was good at it. It's kind of in my blood doing hair, and I just found out.
I'm very close with a lot of cosmetologists, and every single one I've ever talked to, they say Pivot Point is the best school ever. Leo Passage, who started Pivot Point, he found that there's basic forms of haircuts, and if you can master those separate haircuts, every single other haircut out there is a combination of those forms. So it's a really easy way to learn how to do it. It's structured and it's thorough.
I was really scared that I was going to be like the worst at everything, but everything just makes sense.
You know why it's going to come out the way it does. The people I've met are amazing. My class, I absolutely love them, and we're just very supportive of each other. If someone has a client and they leave with a great cut, we tell them, we're like, that was awesome, and we work off of each other also, you know, like if someone's not so motivated, you kind of push them a little bit, like, come on, you know.
It's definitely a nurturing community, and if somebody's having trouble with something, then we'll all get together and be like, okay, this is how you do finger waves.
Finger waves, they will stress you out. I tried finger waves over and over and over again. They just didn't give. If it was not for my teacher, then I probably would just give up on it, you know, give up on finger waves. Okay.
They're gonna push you, and you know, once you got it, they're gonna push you a little harder so you can go beyond that.
And you create these amazing things because there is that expectation put on you that you're gonna be creating amazing things.
From the education that I'm getting out of this, I wouldn't really consider myself just like, oh, I sculpt hair or I do color. Just more like, well, I create art.
You are a hair designer, and we don't call them haircuts, we call them hair sculptures. Because it is a sculpture, it's a 3D form.
And there's color involved in painting and there's color involved in hair as well. But you can't make a painting feel good about itself. But you can make a person feel amazing about themselves.
I think that's important when you're doing other people's hair, that it's not so much an expression of the stylist as it is of the person. And being able to go, okay, this is what you want, and this is what you've told me, now let's make that so when you're walking around, the hair on your head represents who you are.
And the second you get out into the real world, you're already going to know what it's like to have a client and how to treat people.
The fact that Pivot Point is international, that really appeals to me because it's that much more able to be on the cutting edge of different styles and trends.
And I like knowing that people across the world are studying the same things that I am, because then it's like, well, we have maybe similar ideas.
I walk down the street in this shirt, I get job offers all the time. I'm like, I just started. But I have already been like, when are you graduating? We're always looking for pivot pointers.
Everyone's gonna do something different. Somebody might work in a salon. Me, like, I don't really wanna do the salon. I wanna go into fashion and runway and photo shoots and more creative, not so commercial looks. And the way they taught us, you can do whatever you want.
If I weren't going to Pivot Point and training to be a stylist, I would probably still be in college and still be miserable and still be cutting people's hair anyways.
I'd rather live my life doing something that I love doing than to wake up hating what I do every single day.
This is much better than a 9-to-5 office job.
Starting with the best would get me higher, faster.
I'm glad I have the Pivot Point name behind my education.